Hello, everyone. Here, Ilona Buchem from Berlin, Bard University of Applied Sciences. I am presenting in the Spetacuta format about gamification and mixed reality exergames for older adult patients in a mobile immersive diagnostic center. I'm presenting a pilot study from the BEWARE project. The BEWARE project develops an intelligent, augmented, virtual mixed reality training program for senior learners. We're sponsored by the German Federal Ministry of Research Education, and the project duration is from August 2018 to August 2021. We are different research partners who are listed here, and the partners include companies, universities, and a medical university. The goals of our project is interaction design in AR, VR, and MR for senior learners. We want to deliver a location and time independent training using augmented virtual reality, mixed reality technologies, and also wearable sensors and simulation. And we want to develop a training program that can be used by any senior person with hypertension, which means increased blood pressure. Part of the project or a parallel project actually to the BEWARE project is the VITALAB mobile, which is a diagnostic truck. And the results of the study that I'm presenting today are based on testing of our AR VR application in this VITALAB mobile diagnostic truck center. The truck is can be parked at any place, and in our study, it was parked at a campus of the medical university, and it offers a mobile therapeutic platform for different medical diagnosis and also for therapeutic training as we are doing and developing in the BEWARE project. Here you can see the interior of the mobile truck. And in this truck, we tested different VR, AR, and MR exergames, which have been gamified to different degrees. On the right-hand side, you can see one of the study participants who are older adults, 65 plus, who use different equipment, including smart glasses, the different controllers, and performing different mini exergames that we developed in the BEWARE project. We collect different data during the training, and we actually make use of this data to provide intelligent feedback and track vital parameters. So on the left-hand side, you can see the different sensors that we are using. We're especially using RGB and depth cameras such as Kinect Azure. We use different acceleration sensors, eye tracking devices, and a smartwatch Polar M600 to track vital parameters such as heart rate of senior patients. You can see that the training application and also the simulation and assistance system provides data to the data hub, which again is used for machine learning backends, for identity access management and dashboard backends. And all this data is then visualized in the dashboard front end. We have conducted an analysis of our EXERGAMES using the MDA framework, which is a framework used to develop games and also a gamification application. We apply this framework not to develop the EXERGAMES, but actually to retrospectively analyze the design of the games that we developed. And the result is that the mechanics part of our EXERGAMES uses the virtual trainer, which we call Anna, the interactive training objects such as VR balls and MR dumbbells, and also different mechanisms of tracking user data such as training time, motion capture, estimation of the range of motion, and vital parameters such as heart rate. The dynamics of our EXERGAMES include goals to be achieved both on the level of the entire training plan and on the level of each mini EXERGAME, feedback from the system including visual cueing such as marks, steps, and lines, and bodily guidance such as body movement, gestures, and verbal hints from the virtual trainer. The aesthetics level includes the different elements of sensation, the challenges, and the narratives. And we're going to see the examples for 3 EXERGAMES that we developed. So the first mini EXERGAME that we present in our paper is the ball game. The aim of this game is to throw a virtual ball into a virtual ring, which is held by the virtual trainer avatar, which we call Anna. The user has to use the controller to throw the ball, and the virtual trainer moves the ring to different positions. So each time the user hits the ring, the spreading concentric rings and the acoustic sound confirm the hit. The virtual counter provides information about the number of direct hits, which are displayed slightly above the eye level of the user. The second mini EXERGAME is High Five. The aim of this game is to mirror the movements of the trainer. So the patients have to make the touch points to touch different points, the hands of the trainer. And to make those touch points more graspable, the visual cueing in the form of purple circle is displayed to the user right where the hands of the trainer are. The virtual trainer holds the hands in different positions to challenge the user. Each time the user hits the hands of the trainer, the circles increase and an acoustic sound confirms the hit. And the third mini EXERGAME is the Hustle Dance. The aim of this game is to mimic the dance steps and moves of the virtual trainer. The challenge is we created 2 versions of this game, a less gamified, a non-gamified, and more gamified version. And the challenge in the non-gamified version is to try to follow the dance movements of the trainer as accurately as possible. And here you see the non-gamified version. Here you can see the gamified version. In the gamified version, we created a narrative. The narrative is based on the Saturday Night Fever movie, and the challenge is to dance like John Travolta in this movie. The exercise is embedded in the Saturday Night Fever narrative and changes the physical environment of the user to the dance floor from the 1970s. The sequence of dance movements are demonstrated by the trainer and repeated by the user to the background music. So we conducted a study using quantitative and qualitative methods to collect feedback about the usability, the user experience, and specific aspects of the mini EXERGAME. So here you can see the results of the user experience survey, user experience questionnaire that we conducted. And you can see that the results of all scales were, in our case, above the average compared to the benchmark. And the benchmark is provided from 452 studies on different products where UEQ, user experience questionnaire, was applied. This data comes from the first pilot in the VITALAB mobile truck in 2020, where altogether 22 senior patients, 9 male and 13 female, aged 74 plus, participated in the evaluation. So the results show that especially the attractiveness, the perspicuity, but also the simulation and the novelty of the game is was rated as very good. We have also included the evaluation of the specific features of the user interface. For example, the time bar, and you can see from applicable, which is 0, to not applicable, which is 4, that especially the readability and the visibility of the time bar was rated very positively. This is another user interface feature, repetition counter. Here, all 4 parameters that we tested were rated very positively: readability, visibility, helpfulness, and perceived frequency of this user interface feature. The smartwatch feature, which is basically this display of the watch in the AR environment, also received very good results in relation to readability and visibility. However, helpfulness and perceived frequency were rated less on the scale. The user interface feature, exercise display, which you can see here, which basically is a circle displayed in AR and shows the different exercises, the different EXERGAMES that are available, was rated positively for readability and visibility. The helpfulness and the perceived frequency was rated less were rated less positively. Another user interface feature, which is voice control, was rated less positively compared to the other features. However, the visibility was rated pretty well, and the perceived frequency was rated less positively and could be improved in the next iteration. Finally, the user interface feature evaluation graphics was rated positively again for readability and also visibility. And this evaluation graphic is basically a display of the data during the time of the exercise of the EXERGAME. We also conducted qualitative interviews with the senior patients, and we asked different questions. Then we analyzed the interviews and created a summary, which is displayed here in this table, and it shows the likes, dislikes, and no mention. The questions that we asked were open-ended, so users could simply report on their experience. And as you can see, most users liked the ball game and the hustle dance. Nobody mentioned spontaneously that they liked the high five exercise. At the same time, there were 5 dislikes mentioned spontaneously for ball game and hustle dance, and there was no mention for high five, which basically didn't really appeal to the senior players or didn't even caught their attention. We also analyzed data related to the virtual trainer Anna, which is displayed on the right-hand side. Anna, as a virtual trainer, is created as a silhouette without specific facial features and without details of her garments and her body. And the positive aspects that the participants in the study mentioned were that they liked being guided by this type of avatar. They liked following the movements of the trainer. They also liked the voice and the body motion of this type of virtual agent. The negative aspects were that it was difficult to establish a relationship with a trainer like this, with a virtual trainer. And participants also mentioned a number of times that a real trainer would have been better. And they also wished for more feedback from the trainer avatar. We were also curious to find out if our target group actually liked this kind of abstract neutral design of the virtual trainer, and 95% confirmed that they like this design. 48%, however, said that this minimalistic design for them felt more negative and somehow emotionless. Thank you very much for your attention. Here are some contact information. Please feel free to contact me for more information if you are interested in our project or in the results. Thank you.